Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sacred Lotus. I am an illustration artist and gamer. Today's video is another installment for my 100 character drawing challenge. So sit back, relax and enjoy. Okay, so before I get into the details for this character, just a quick note. When I'm creating these characters, I tend to write a brief profile for them, like name, age, date of birth, things like that, and then a brief paragraph of like a little bit about their personality, maybe a bit of background story, things like that. I could do this for Scary Pumpkin. Of course, I did put a name. Age, I left it as an unknown, in fact, and then I just put the month it ripened and the place of its growth, and I added the variety of pumpkin that it is, which is a Cinderella pumpkin. I actually looked into like the different types of pumpkins you can come across. There's quite a few, a lot more than I thought. Like I thought there was just the big old lantern pumpkins, but there's more than I thought there was. Although being British, pumpkins aren't as widely accessible as they are in America and such like that. So anyway, when I came, the funny thing about this character, when I came to writing the paragraph regarding its personality and background, the background, it was like a background story. It turned into a mini story. So Scary Pumpkin was once an ordinary pumpkin, kept and grew on a vegetable farm in Virginia. The owners of the farm, Mr. and Mrs. Farmer, I know they may get proper names one day, but I won't go into those. Mr. and Mrs. Farmer. Mrs. Farmer is a breeder of prize pumpkins, and she grows different varieties for the county fair, win prizes and such. And one day she comes along with a new brand of fertilizer, supposed to make the pumpkins, the vegetables, bigger, make them shine more, and add a bit more life. Unfortunately, there's a bit of fine print on the bottle that Mrs. Farmer hadn't seen, which regards to certain amount of side effects with this fertilizer, and which come into effect under the light of a full moon. And so unaware of the and so happened that the night before the fair happened to be the night of the full moon. So Mrs. Farmer goes to bed, happy with her creations and confident that she'll win a prize. Unbeknownst to her, the pumpkins under the light of the moon come to life. They pull batch, and not all of them wake all at once. Some take longer than others to wake, depending on the size. And like all the pumpkins, they're confused at first as like where they are. not quite sure because they'd never had sentience before. But soon they get back, like the idea of playing around, so they started laughing and playing around. The last and biggest pumpkin to wake, however, was quite far was quite far away from the others, in the corner by the trees. And when it woke up and saw the others playing, it wanted to join in. It waved, but when it tried to get the others' attention, was completely ignored. And there's an unfortunate thing about this pumpkin. It had been sat in a damp place, which had resulted in the pumpkin getting root rot. Now, this had an unfortunate effect on its personality. So, seeing that the pumpkins were leaving it out, it grew jealous and got mad for being left out. So the pumpkin went on a complete rampage and began chasing the other pumpkins, destroying crops and scaring farm animals. When Mr. and Mrs. Farmer woke up to the noise, they rushed out. Mr. Farmer with his shotgun was shocked to see the scary pumpkin facing off for the dog. The gist of the story is like, so that's like the gist of it. So that's all I got for the background. I'm not sure how that would end. Let me know in the comments. Let me know down in the comments if you actually want me to expand on this story, because I'm actually quite intrigued on where I could take this character. Anyway, that's all I've got to say on the character. I actually had something to say about my time and the challenge so far. Obviously I've been enjoying it immensely, because coming up with new characters is quite fun, and like it's like, you know, adding people to your family and stuff like that, isn't it? What I've noticed about the challenge since I started it, that I've been expanding on what my limitations are regarding the challenge. At first, I was just gonna do all new original characters, like ones I hadn't made up before. And then, because at some point I got stuck for what characters I could think of next, I decided to use and redesign characters I had already made, because I've made a good number of characters in the past. Because I write stories on Wattpad, there's a fair few like fan fiction characters. I don't have a lot of original characters, like characters with their own stories, rather than being an original character in a fan fiction. Not that the characters in the fan fiction won't get their own story one day, but you know. Then I thought again, like, as well as adding original characters I'd already made up, I think I'm also gonna include fanfiction characters and like channel oriented characters, like maybe have inspired characters from like school assembly, from roles I played in school assemblies. Also, I'm still open to suggestions on what kind of characters I should include in my 100 character challenge, because I've still got quite a long way to go to finishing the challenge. So feel free to let me know what your thoughts are. That's about it, all I've got to say about it for now. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Leave a like and tell me what you thought in the comments. All my links that you need to know about are in the description box below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!